Welcome everybody to Metal, and as we, oh my god, and there you see the Bullet Club. Finn Balor, AJ Styles and the Young Bucks apparently have been assaulted outside of the arena, and this is just one episode away from War Games at Desolation, where they're meant to go up against the Commissioner's team, and are they even going to be able to compete tonight?
Hello everybody and welcome to Metal. I am the Commissioner, and tonight I have a huge announcement for the final episode before Desolation, where War Games will take place. Tonight I have invited the NLW brand Seth Rollins himself to Metal tonight to witness my show firsthand. But it's not enough that he's here. I have also invited him to partake in a matchup before the War Games match, which will see Seth Rollins' team of himself and the Bullet Club, consisting of the Young Bucks, Finn Balor and AJ Styles, taking on my hand-picked team of Edge, the Dudley Boys, Gallows and Anderson. But before then, I wanted to have Seth Rollins on my show so I could experience for myself once again why he used to be one of my favourites and now is obviously my bitter enemy. But that will be water under the bridge once my team absolutely destroys him inside of War Games. But enough about War Games. Tonight, I have booked a 6-man tag team main event, pitting 3 of my guys. I have picked Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows and Devon Dudley to fight in this matchup tonight against Seth Rollins and 2 of his Bullet Club mates. But as we saw at the beginning of the show, seems as though the Bullet Club were unfortunately ransacked before they could even arrive in the arena. What a shame. But unfortunately, the show must go on. So what I am ordering is that if Seth Rollins cannot find 2 suitable replacements to take on my 3-man team at the end of the show, well, it looks like it's going to have to be a handicap match, isn't it? Good luck to Seth Rollins, because if he doesn't find 2 partners by the end of the show, he's going to need all the luck he can have.
Alright, that's a wrap.
Do I look stupid to you? I have known that it was you all along, Commissioner, and you can try and throw me off the scent by feeding me people like The Miz, but the fact remains I am going to get to the bottom of this case. You think I didn't know you had something to do with that son of a bitch on the Titantron taunting me last week, huh? I know that you have something to do with it. Look, I swear I do not have anything to do with it. And look, you know, Shawn Michaels, you actually going to believe Shawn Michaels? He has a vendetta against me. He has a vendetta against you. I'm sure he wants to throw you off the scent, because I know for a fact he must have had something to do with it. And what about CM Punk? What about CM Punk? You heard him. He was trying to call you out last week. And what, you're just going to let that slide? Look, I had nothing to do with it. You know what, week after week you can throw me off the scent, but I know that you know something you're not telling me. So until that date, I'm going to destroy everybody you put in front of me until I realise who that son of a bitch was that ran me over. Look, as a favour to you, I will give you a match tonight. You can, look, I'll give you Bubba Ray. Bubba Ray's not doing anything. You versus Bubba Ray Dudley tonight, okay? Is that fair? Okay, but just remember that the beating I'm giving Bubba Ray tonight, it's going to be you very soon.
You know what I see? Cactus Jack call himself hardcore. He calls himself a hardcore legend. Well, I have proven that I am as hardcore as anybody here, because I went toe-to-toe with Dean Ambrose at the Royal Rumble, and I still have scars from the barbed wire that he inflicted upon me. And I've asked my friend Jimmy Havoc to step aside for tonight only, because I feel I have something to prove. I may be middle-aged and crazy, but I want a challenge tonight. So I am issuing a challenge to any young man in the back who feels that they can take on a hardcore legend like myself, because tonight Terry Funk is ready for a fight. Well, it didn't take long for somebody to respond to that challenge. Here is a man that I don't think Funk expected, nor do I think Funk is going to be too pleased to see. Yes, he is middle-aged and crazy, but this man will knock your damn lights out. Funk knows this, but he's up for a challenge and Wade Barrett has accepted. Jimmy Havoc looks on, and now here's Funk with those right hands, and misses the last one, and gets a huge lariat for his troubles, and this is where Wade Barrett excels. His shoulders have not been pinned 1, 2, 3 to the mat thus far in his NLW career, and he's not about to start now. A barrage of elbows, the Barrett barrage, but Funk catches Wade Barrett out on that top rope. He was hung up to dry, now going for the pile driver, but back dropped. And now Wade's waiting for him. Oh my god, what a right elbow from Wade Barrett. Oh, I'm stuttering. I can't imagine how Funk's going to be talking after that one. He just got knocked down in a flash, and it's that right elbow that in fact did the deed. And now Wade Barrett has defeated middle-aged and crazy Terry Funk.
What happened last week when I got fed to Triple H, that is how I've been feeling since this partnership began. It has been over a year since you and I have joined forces, and where have I landed? I've landed here as a job guy. Well, I am no job guy. I am an A-lister. And you, Maria, at best you're a B+. You do not deserve to be in my presence. I took pity on you, and that is why I signed you to my agency. But what the hell have you done for me? You're not the women's champion. I haven't won any gold since I've been here, and yet we are still together in this company. Well, I feel I need to find somebody who truly understands how an A-lister should be treated, and you are not that person. Maria, you're fired! Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't be in this situation asking you for help, but here we are. Look, I have been screwed by the commissioner. I know you have too. That's why I feel we can have common ground. Now, I wouldn't normally ask for your help, but otherwise, I've got a 3-on-1 handicap match tonight. That's not what I signed up for when he invited me to medal. But since the Bullet Club are not available, and a lot of people are already booked, I need you. And I know that you hate the commissioner as much as I do. After all, he cost you your job. So what do you say? I'll ask him, but it is not a yes, it is a maybe. And if he shows up tonight, you'll have your answer.
My mind is spent. My body is broken. Yet I am ready for war. Trapped. Isolated. Locked away from society. These sick games we play. The twisted, demented steel. Are you ready for war? Notice Wrestling presents Desolation live on pay-per-view.
And so it's come to this. A selfie stick on a pole match. John Morrison taking on Tyler Breeze, who just hits the supermodel kick onto Morrison. And the self-proclaimed Shaman of Sexy taking on the also self-proclaimed Prince Pretty. And now he's looking with that selfie stick in the first person to get the selfie stick and use it as a weapon. But at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to be Tyler Breeze. There's the kick from John Morrison, and now he wants to get that stick and drive it into the throat of Tyler Breeze, just like what took him out of the action for several weeks. But caught him with the beauty shot from the top rope, and now Tyler Breeze has possession of that selfie stick and jams it into the throat. And that's what kept Morrison out of action before. And now following the unprettier, it is Tyler Breeze who picks up the victory in this first and possibly last selfie stick on a pole match. Well, Tyler Breeze continues his win streak over John Morrison, and Morrison here tonight was looking for revenge, but he didn't get it. Instead, what he got was a selfie stick jabbed into his esophagus, and there's a selfie for good measure. Tyler Breeze continuing his win streak right there against John Morrison. And speaking of win streaks, the Riot Squad have been on a roll since they became tag team champions at Desolation. They will put those tag team titles on the line against the Broken Hardy Boys, but here tonight on Metal, they had a match against an unlikely duo of Diamond Dallas Page and Cody Rhodes. Over the past couple of weeks, DDP and Cody Rhodes have helped each other out of different situations, and now this alliance has come full force in the form of a tag team opportunity against the tag team champions. There you see, it was a hard fought battle between these two teams. Obviously the experienced edge of the team went to the Riot Squad, but we weren't going to count out DDP and Cody early on, especially after this. A diamond cutter out of nowhere on the big man Hernandez, but the numbers game was just too much for DDP and Cody Rhodes to handle. The Riot Squad picked up the victory over DDP and Cody Rhodes, and that alliance, although they are still friends, are going to be suffering after that loss. But somebody else who is suffering is the women's champion Lita. Last week we promised an update after the vicious attack last week on Metal, where Trish Stratus turned on Lita, and earlier on tonight the trainer was looking over Lita and making sure she was actually going to be able to compete at Desolation. However, as you're seeing now, Trish Stratus with a beatdown on Lita the moment she was meant to be having a physical examination and a medical examination. There you see the heavy barbell used to test the strength of, well, it was just dropped over the back of Lita right there. Trish Stratus is scheduled to go one-on-one with Lita for the women's title at Desolation. Somebody who is not scheduled for Desolation, however, is scheduled for a match here tonight, is the game Triple H. Last week, Triple H was closer to finding out who ran him over, or so he thought. He went up to Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels said that the Commissioner had something to do with it. The Commissioner denied this and has fed him one of his own men here tonight in the form of Bubba Ray Dudley. I don't think Bubba Ray Dudley, when he walked into the arena tonight, didn't expect to have this in front of him. The Commissioner has definitely thrown him under the bus with regards to Triple H. The Commissioner's just trying to distract Triple H, possibly to hide something, I don't know. But Triple H obviously feels that the Commissioner is hiding something concerning what happened when Triple H was run over all those months ago. Bubba Ray on the second rope and gets caught out with a knee drop. Bubba Ray may be questioning his alliance with the Commissioner and the corporate team. After this, there's a spine buster. And Triple H, there is a lot of pent-up frustration. The Miz felt it last week. Bubba Ray about to feel it here tonight. Now in the center of the ring, going for the pedigree, and oh wait a minute. Oh, and there's that. Is that the person who ran over Triple H? He's standing right there, is he? Or is this more mind games? He appeared on the big screen last week, taunting Triple H, saying he was the one who ran him over. And now Triple H runs to the backstage, trying to find that masked man. We don't know the identity of him, folks. But well, Triple H has been counted out, but the game still yet to find out answers for his questions.
Commissioner, I have a couple of demands. 1, I want a rematch for my Hardcore Championship. 2, I don't want to wait until Desolation. I want to fight Roman Reigns tonight. He is a dead man, and when I get my hands on him, he's going to learn what the Lunatic Fringe can really do. Well, look at Mr. Hothead. Do you think you're the Commissioner now? Do you think you can book matches? No, you can't, because I am the Commissioner, as you very well know. Dean, we've had our battles, and you know as well as I do. Who are you to demand anything from me? After you strapped me over and over again, you kept whipping me. How do you think it made me feel? It hurt, Dean, and since then, I haven't been able to walk properly. So, as for your request, it is denied. You're denying my request. You're denying me the chance to get my hands around Roman Reigns. I thought you hated Roman Reigns, don't you? Well, I hate you just about as much as I hate him and that little puppet master, Arn Anderson. So, I will wait, but guess what, Commish? Once I am through with Roman Reigns, I am coming back for you. Do you know what, Dean? I'd like to see you try getting back at me. Oh yeah? I'm gonna make you eat those words, pal. You know, the last time I came out here, I was in a very somber mood. I looked each and every one of you in the eye, and I didn't know if I was ever going to wrestle again. But Kevin Owens, when he powerbombed me, and then tried to end my career right there and then with a powerbomb on the apron, I was staring up at the lights, and I looked into those lights and I said to myself, is this the end? You know, I've heard on commentary people telling me that I might retire soon. Well, let me put those rumors to rest right now. This wrestling machine ain't shutting down anytime soon. I am 100% ready to take the fight to Kevin Owens at Desolation. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Kevin, what makes you think you're going to be able to defeat me? Win, lose or draw, this will not be my last fight. I have only lost one match here, and nobody has been able to pin me since I have stepped foot in this company for over 3 years of my life. Kevin, what makes you think you're going to be the first man to pin my shoulders to the mat? I heard you come out here last week telling me to retire. Well, guess what? I have still got fight left in this machine, and all of that fight is coming your way. I am gonna put you in the ankle lock. I am gonna snap your ankle, and you are gonna realize who is the alpha male here in this company. And that, Kevin, is true.
Oh well, the match is set for Desolation, but we may not have to wait. Kevin Owens has made it his mission to retire Kurt Angle, and before nearly crippling him on episode 40 of Metal, here tonight he sees that Kurt Angle is back and ready for a fight, and Owens clearly feels like he's on a mission to finish the job. Owens locks eyes onto Kurt Angle. Angle says, you're just going to stand there. Oh, and there's a super kick. There's a pop-up powerbomb! But this time, it does not lead to a pop-up powerbomb. Angle has it scouted, and now the ankle lock. And Kevin Owens is squealing like a pig. And now he escapes the hold, escapes to the outside to safety. He thought that he was just going to run over and bowl over Kurt Angle. However, what happened instead was Kurt Angle showing he is the alpha male still, and it's going to take a lot more than a powerbomb to keep him out of action. As WrestleMania nears, all of these women on both NLW and Metal are looking to impress. And there you see Paige with a series of knees on Emma. And both of these women want to be the women's champion. But Paige gets hung up in the ropes, and there you see Emma catches out the leg, and now in the center of the ring. Momentarily, it looked like it was going the way of Paige, but in an instant, Emma applies the Emma lock. That last chancery, and Paige has nowhere to go. She has to tap out, and the match is over. And Emma has still got the hold on. For God's sake, she's looking to break her leg. And oh, what is she doing now? Emma, a figure four around the ring post. And this is what she did to Natalya and kept Natalya on the shelf. She did this for Trish Stratus as well. And now Emma wrenching back at the knee of Paige. And Emma, in victory, may have injured Paige for good. Well, we don't know the condition of Paige here tonight, but it looks as if all the women on this roster are going to be injured at this rate. Nevertheless, we have a pay-per-view coming up, and it is Desolation, and as you know, it is the final event before the WrestleMania card, and it is looking up to be a great one. Here we see the Riot Squad will defend their tag team titles against the Broken Hardys. The Riot Squad were successful earlier tonight against DDP and Cody Rhodes, but how are they going to fare against the Hardys? And as we saw earlier tonight, Kevin Owens wants to retire Kurt Angle for good, but Angle will not go down without a fight. He says he is still the alpha male here in this company, where we will see who is the alpha male when Desolation is over. And Dean Ambrose earlier tonight didn't even want to wait for Desolation. He wants his hands around the neck of Roman Reigns as soon as possible, and he would also like to have Arn Anderson, the enforcer of Roman Reigns, taken out as well. And as we saw, Lita not going to be 100% heading into this title match. As of right now, it has not been called off, but Trish Stratus, this evil turn in her character, will see itself manifest at Desolation. And you want to talk about evil, Brock Lesnar is pure evil, and there has never been a man to step up to Brock Lesnar face to face and challenge him like Cesaro before. But can Cesaro beat off the challenge of Brock Lesnar, and it's last man standing? Cactus Jack, the hardcore icon himself, will take on the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt has his entire family of menaces at his disposal at Desolation, and it is War Games, the 2 rings, 1 steel cage, the Bullet Club consisting of Seth Rollins teaming up with AJ Styles, Finn Balor and the Young Bucks to take on the corporate team of Edge, the Dudleys, Gallows and Anderson. And the main event, it is tables, ladders and chairs for the NLW World Championship. This past week it was CM Punk stood atop the ladder in victory. However, it may be a different story at Desolation, we will see. And now folks, we have been hyping it up since the start of the program. The Bullet Club were taken out earlier tonight, we assume, by the corporate team. However, Seth Rollins has had all night to find 2 partners to take on the team of Devon Dudley, Gallows and Anderson. Has he found one? Well, there's Devon, Gallows and Anderson.
Sierra Hotel in the Upper Room Delta City.
Wait! No way! No way has Seth Rollins been able to pull this off! And there's Dean Ambrose! There's Seth Rollins! And by God, there's Roman Reigns! Well, it looks as if you find a common enemy, you can put your differences aside, and the Shield has reunited. This is huge. The Shield in NLW for the first time ever, and there is a dropkick to Luke Gallows, and now the Shield working great as a trio. The massive clothesline, and now in comes Carl Anderson and the Samoan drop. Roman Reigns, the powerhouse. Dean Ambrose, the wild card, the athleticism in the department of Seth Rollins, and now, look, they're actually working together, despite the fact they're meant to go one-on-one at Desolation. Ambrose and Reigns putting their differences aside for one night only. Another crossbody! Well, Seth Rollins was incredibly ambitious to try and get Reigns and Ambrose to work together. And look at this! Reigns is actually helping Ambrose! And the tope through the second rope. Ambrose hates the Commissioner, that's a fact. Roman Reigns also hates the Commissioner. And he must have been persuaded by Arn Anderson to do his bidding for him. And now Ambrose and Anderson in the ring, but a low bridge. And Ambrose was taken out. And now Devon Dudley applies the assault onto Ambrose. Ambrose thrown into the ring, and a high knee by Carl Anderson. And Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins watch on. Ambrose whipped hard, and now the reverse elbow. Devon Dudley, not with his tag team partner Bubba Ray tonight. However, the numbers advantage, usually employed by the Shield, are now working in favour of the corporate team. And the bear hug applied to Ambrose. Ambrose tries to get out of it, and he does. The DDT to the big man, 7 foot of Gallows. And he comes crashing down to the canvas. And oh my god! Drive-by apron kick by Roman Reigns. And now the perfect opportunity for Ambrose to make the tag. Can he? No. It is broken up. Ambrose still needs the tag. He desperately needs to get to Reigns or Rollins, but there's a jawbreaker. And now tags in the Architect, the Intercontinental Champion. Here he comes with a kick. And now Anderson taking down the Sling Blade to Luke Gallows as well. And Luke Gallows is down, but now stomped by Devon. And in comes Roman Reigns with a Superman punch. And Reigns has done his part. Now all he needs to do is get back to the apron so Seth Rollins can make a tag. Everyone is down in the centre of the ring. Reigns being told by the referee to get out on the outside again. And Rollins is up. Oh, but not for long. There's that Claymore. That variation of the Claymore, that single leg drop kick to the back of the skull. And now powerbomb maybe. No, goes in behind in the whipcord knee. And Rollins desperately needs the tag. He's been beaten up for the majority of this matchup, as is Ambrose. The only member of the Shield team in any condition to fight at the moment is Roman Reigns. And we never expected a Shield reunion at the start. And they're going to make the tag. What? Oh my god, he's just pulled away the arm. Oh, and damn it, Roman Reigns is leaving. Oh, now Rollins attacked. And Roman Reigns is not. Oh, he's not. Oh, and he's back for that. That son of a bitch. Excuse me, but Reigns betraying the Shield again.
1, 2, 3.
And the Magic Killer to Seth Rollins. And Gallows, Anderson and Devon Dudley of the corporate team have defeated the Shield thanks to Roman Reigns. Well, I knew they weren't going to put their differences aside for one night only. And at Desolation, Ambrose and Reigns will face each other. But Rollins is the real sufferer of this situation. And now, Ambrose has been taken to the back by Roman Reigns. And now the corporate team is 4-on-1 against Seth Rollins here. Oh, but not for long! Here are the Young Bucks! And now, the rest of the Bullet Club, AJ Styles and Finn Balor, taking on the corporate team. A preview of Desolation's War Games match is here in full force. And the Bullet Club making sure that their tag team partner, Seth Rollins, is not injured beforehand. The Meltzer driver on the stage. Another crossbody from AJ Styles. We will see these two teams collide inside of War Games. 2 rings, 1 steel cage, and a hell of a lot of carnage await both these teams. It's the Bullet Club versus the Corporate Alliance.